Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Farming Simulator 25. So as I mentioned in the previous episode, the first job for today is definitely to get all these wood products loaded again, once again, because there's so many, just trying to keep on top of it really, clearing them and taking them up to the temple. Obviously the temple still needs lots of them, and thanks to everyone who tried to explain how the temple works in terms of what it tells you it needs. It doesn't tell you exactly which products it needs, it seems. It only tells you what is required for the current step that it's on, or the current stage. So yeah, it's a little strange way of doing it, I suppose, but I do understand it, I think, better now, so thanks to everyone that passed on their information and knowledge on that. So basically it still needs quite a lot of products. That's basically the consensus with that. It's definitely needs a lot, so we're going to continue to take lots of wood products up there. And also obviously the other cement products as well, cement based products. A lot of you seem to think that it is worth building the cement factory, although to do that I would need to buy stone, because I don't really have a lot of stone. I do have a small pile that I tipped a few episodes back from a contract, but I'm assuming we'd have to buy the stone to put into the cement factory, and by the time you've done that and bought and built the cement factory, which is quite expensive, I'm not convinced that it would actually be that much financially better than just buying the products themselves at the warehouse. Don't know for sure, but it does seem quite expensive to build and stuff, so I don't know. And then you've got the actual production running costs as well on top of that, so I wouldn't have thought there was a huge amount of difference. It probably is slightly better, but I wouldn't say it's significantly better. I don't know though without doing it, because I've not been doing too badly by just buying the products from the warehouse really. I still have a decent amount of money in the account and getting some money back for them when we sell them, so I don't know really on that. But at least with the wood it is pretty much 100% profit, apart from the small amount of work we have to do to get the trees here, and of course the production costs, running costs. But I think we're well beyond paid for the £150,000 it cost to build, so I think that was well worth investment. One of the best things I've bought, I think, this sawmill here. Really good, and we are getting so many products out of it. So I'm going to continue loading these up, and then we'll take them to the temple, and also the short planks need to go to probably the carpentry as well, or the warehouse. I'm not sure yet, we'll see. Yeah, and the other thing is people were saying maybe the short planks aren't worth doing, which I kind of agree. I suppose that would save a bit of time, so maybe we'll stop the short plank production. Let's actually have a quick look now while I think about it. Short planks, there are 871, so maybe I'll just wait for this last one to spawn. Maybe when I've finished loading short planks, the last one will have spawned, then I'll stop that production maybe, and just focus on the beams and the long planks. So I'll get on with that now. As you just saw there, I have stopped production now of the short planks, which means we're only going to be producing the long planks and the beams from now on, which are going to go straight to the temple. I think that'll probably make us more money. I'll certainly save me a bit of time anyway, because I'm struggling to keep up with the sawmill. Right, so now we've moved on to the warehouse. We're going to buy some more cement bags and also some more roof tiles, I think they are. Let's do 8 cement bags. And we will also buy, where are they? There's so much stuff to buy here. They're right at the end, I think. Cement brick, no, it's not that. It is roof plates. So we'll buy 4 of those, hopefully we can fit them on. But yeah, this is why having a cement factory might save us money in the long term, but they are quite expensive, as you know, to build. So yeah, and we need to get the stone as well. So I'm just going to continue like this with the warehouse for now, buying from the warehouse. But in the future, I may consider building the cement factory. Of course, I can use the mod, the leasing mod, and lease. Well, I'd have to build it first, though, wouldn't I? So it wouldn't really work on this map. That sort of. If there was already one on the map, I could have used the mod to lease one, but there isn't one, so I'd have to build one anyway. So we probably will do it properly and build it and pay for it ourselves. I don't know how much they are. I think they're like 200 and something thousand, are they, or even 300 and something thousand to build, so they're not cheap. Anyway, I'll get on with loading these products up, and then we'll head on to the temple. Let's find out how much we're going to make from all these pallets. Then there's quite a lot of stuff here, so let's get it sold and find out. Wow, okay, 166,400, although we did have to buy some of those things, but for the wood at least it was 100% profit, pretty much. Right, a few of you wanted to see the progress of the temple. I don't think there's a huge amount, despite all the products I've brought here and the time it's been going on. We haven't really got an awful lot to see for it. But there is, I think, something changed. I believe this is all new. Because these are collectibles that we've already found. And they're appearing in a circle here, so you can see there's still a few missing that we haven't found yet. And when I last looked, this was just in an open area, but it's now actually in some sort of structure. So it is progressing, but very slowly. But yeah, things are changing. So it will be interesting to see this finished. But I don't know when that will be. It'll be quite a way away yet, I think. But we are seeing some progress. I don't think there's a percentage bar or anything to show you exactly what percent complete this is, which is a bit of a shame. It would be nice to know exactly how far we've gone. But as you can see, there's still lots more required and in storage. So yeah, we'll continue to bring things. Slowly but surely we'll get there. It would be nice to complete it. I don't know whether we will in this series. It depends how long I run the series for, really. But we are already over 60 episodes in, which is quite a long way, and I don't normally go beyond 100 episodes, although I might do. We'll just have to see how it goes, really, and whether you want me to continue or whether you want to move on. But I would like to see it finished, potentially at some point. I don't know how long that's going to take. Anyway, let's head back to the yard, and I think we're going to rest until July, because I think by the time we get back to the yard it's going to be quite dark. It's starting to go dark now, so yeah, we'll head back to the yard. Right, it is now July and it is the big harvest day, today all month. We've got the two massive canola fields here. We've got a wheat field and also the oat field, all ready to harvest, so we do need to be very careful we don't run out of time, because also there's some rain on the forecast as well. And the last thing we want to do is not have time to harvest all these before they wither. And that might happen if we don't get the harvest done if it rains all the time. So we do need to get on with this straight away. So I'll start with the canola since I'm down here already. Don't have to take the header off that way. So we'll just move straight across to this field. And this is the smaller of the two, the other one is even bigger. So there's a lot of harvesting to do here. And this is not the biggest combine in the world. It's not bad size, but it's not huge. So yeah, it's going to take a while. In fact, I think I'm going to get the helpers to do this. I'm just going to start the helper. Oh, it's already set to steering assistant, so we'll move it on to helper. There we go. So the helper can take over with that, hopefully. And we'll need a trailer, so I'm going to have to go and get the Deutz fire tractor again. We'll drop this trailer and we'll get the grain trailer on. And then that can be there down by the combine so that it can unload into it. I'm guessing these rice fields are going to need water again as well, because we've just moved time forward. We've run out of space on the eggs as well. All the eggs needed to be moved. Oh no, we don't need water now. Either it doesn't need it or it doesn't need it anymore, I think. Yeah, it says it doesn't need it, so I assume that's true. Okay, so we'll get the trailer, which I think is over by the silo. Here's one of our other fields that's ready. It's the wheat field, so that needs to be done as well. And the other one is at the far side, which is the oat field. So yeah, loads and loads of harvesting to get done today. We're not obviously going to get it all done today in today's episode, but I've slowed time right down to real time so that we don't run out of time. I know we can do some in August as well, and even September, but not every crop. I think July is canola and... canola is July and August for harvest, I think, and possibly for wheat as well. Wheat is July and August, and probably oats. I think everything is probably July and August really that we've got. Obviously soybeans are not. Soybeans I think are August and September, or is it September and October? I can't remember. But I know soybeans are later. But certainly July and August are the two main months for most crops. So we need to get those done. Obviously it doesn't matter if we don't get it all done in July, because we have got August as well. But the trouble is, what I'm thinking is the weather forecast. If it rains for hours in July, which it looks like it potentially could do, we're pretty much going to lose a month. So we need August as well. If it's wet in August as well, it's going to be a disaster. Just going to try and manage time really. Make sure we don't run out of time. I'll leave this here, probably. And then the combine can unload into that. Well, I'll obviously have to drive alongside it when it gets full, but at least if it's near the field, it's not too far to go to get the combine unloaded. Right, so yeah, it's only 31% full. We're okay. I was wondering whether we should sell this, because we don't really use it. It's taking up space. It'll give us a little bit of extra money. Not a lot, I know, but it's just not really needed, is it? I like it. It's an interesting little thing, but it's not something we're really going to use anymore. We've got bigger machines now, and yeah, it's just really just something else to tab to that I don't need to. So I think it's probably time to sell it. It's never really had a lot of use because it is just so tiny. There's not a lot you can really carry in it. So I think it's probably served its purpose. So let's take it down to the shop. Have a look in the cockpit view. It's like a little motorbike really, isn't it? A three-wheeler motorbike tricycle thing, but with a little load compartment. It's very strange. But I know they are very popular in Asian countries. You see loads of them in big towns and cities in most of these countries, so yeah, they definitely have their use, but just not for me at the moment, I don't think. So yeah, I'll just take this to the shop and we'll get it sold. Here we are at the shop, so let's get this sold, but with 271 hours on the clock, almost 272 hours, it's not going to be worth a great deal, is it? It's going to be very low value. What we're going to get? 1,300, is it? Yeah, 1,361. There we go. So really not worth it, but at least it's just out of the way, really, I think, and yeah, one less thing to tow the vehicles to when you're towing through. Speaking of which, we need to tab to this tractor to get the combine unloaded, because I think it must be nearly full by now. It's done over a lap around the field. So let's head round and meet up with it the other side and get it unloaded. Now, this canola is not going to go into storage. For the first time, we're going to actually be able to use a crop straight away, and that's going to go to the oil mill, and we're going to turn it into canola oil. And that is going to hopefully be worth a lot more money than just selling it as it is. Because as you may remember, we purchased the oil mill, which is already built in the town, and yeah, I purchased it a few episodes back to make more money, hopefully, out of the canola. The only downside is it did cost quite a lot of money to buy, but I think it will pay off. With the amount of canola we've got to harvest, I think it will be good. I believe we've also got a sunflower field as well, haven't we? Yes, we have. So that'll be going there as well. So we've actually got 3 fields, 2 very big canola fields and a sort of smaller sunflower field to harvest, and all of that is going to go into oil production. Just a shame we don't have a bigger combine, really, but it's not too bad. At least we did upgrade it from what we started with, but to upgrade it again, it's going to cost quite a lot of money. We should probably have a look, actually, just out of interest, to see how much a decent sized, well, I say decent size, this is a decent sized combine, but it's not massive. So we'll have a look at what a massive combine costs. We are starting to get to the stage where a massive combine is required, isn't it, really? We are getting quite a few big fields. It's a shame there's not one in the sale, really. I wouldn't mind buying a combine used, I just wouldn't buy a tractor used again. I've learnt from my mistakes from the survival series. Definitely not going to be buying a used tractor again, I don't think, unless I'm really desperate. Like at the start of the series, maybe, but certainly not when you get further into it. Okay, so I have got a few mod combines. This is a mod, this John Deere here. Actually, that one is quite big, so that's actually not too expensive. We could afford that. That's not a bad sized combine. So if we went to, oh, you can have it in different country spec with different flags on. Looks like it's mainly used in North America, Canada and Australia though. We're in Asia here, so it's not quite fitting for the region. You wouldn't probably get something like this in Asia. But even so, it would still work. So if we went for the largest grain tank, does that change the grain tank size? I believe it does, yeah. The tank size is there, so yeah, it would. Well, we're pushing up to 313,000 now for the biggest grain tank. But even so, that is not too expensive. We can almost afford that. Obviously, without the header, we would need to buy the header. But if we sold our current combine, we would probably be able to afford that. I don't know whether the production year makes a difference. That's an interesting change. But it does add a lot to the price, but it doesn't change the appearance really particularly, so yeah, not probably worth it. So yeah, we're probably looking about 300,000 to 400,000 for that, including the header. What about other options? This is the one we currently own, which is actually, it's about the same price really, not much cheaper really. Yeah, there's quite a few. Obviously, these are well out of reach. 700,000. Yeah, they're far too expensive. Something like one of these, maybe 450,000. Still a lot of money, though. We need a bit more. But we are getting there. A few more loads of wood to the temple, and we'll soon be able to afford something like that. Interesting. Okay, we'll just move this out of the way, just in case it gets in the way of the combine. But yeah, potentially we might not be that far away from being able to afford a bigger combine, which is going to be needed soon, I think, if we keep buying fields. What I'll do, since I've wasted a bit of time there looking at the stuff in the shop, is get it unloaded again, and then that'll free it up to continue for a bit, and I'll probably move some of the bales. We've got the straw bales to move first, I think we'll do that first once we've unloaded the combine. So I'll just finish off unloading and then we'll get the bales moved. Here we are, first load of canola into the oil mill. So let's get this tipped, and we will also activate the oil production, which is the first time it's been done for a while. So canola oil activate, and it's set to storing, which is good, I think. So we're going to then sell that at the best price, which will be when is the best price for canola oil? I don't actually know. Let's have a look. Canola oil is best price November coming up. That's brilliant. So it's on the increase all the time. So by the time we've produced, in a few months' time, and we've produced a few pallets, it'll be at its highest price. So this is hopefully going to work out really well, and that will help fund whatever we need to buy. Like, I was just discussing the new combine, but also I've just remembered I do also need a telehandler ideally, because the front loader tractor is struggling a little bit with some of these bales. The grass bales are quite heavy, so I think we probably do need to look at getting a telehandler probably today actually to get the bales moved, because I am struggling a bit with that tractor. It's alright on the straw, but on the grass bales, they are definitely heavier. So probably going to purchase one of them today instead of a combine, but we will definitely be upgrading the combine, like I said, at some point when the money is available. I think probably priority should be the telehandler. I'm just trying to work out the best way of getting back to the field with all these one-way systems that they've got around here. I think we'll go this way and then turn right after the bridge. So I'll head back to the field, get the combine unloaded again, and then we'll look at telehandlers. We're just waiting for the combine to get to the end, but I think in that time we might be able to have a quick look at telehandlers. So let's have a quick look. What should we go with? I did discuss the Merlot, because you could also use it as a tractor, but the trouble is we've probably gone a bit beyond where that would be useful now, because we've got bigger tractors now. But it depends on the weight as well. I don't know about the Merlot really. I suppose we could go with that, but it's probably not going to be as useful as it would have been earlier on in the series. So maybe one of these slightly cheaper. I think we'll probably go with that. Let's buy that. 145,000, not too bad. We will also need a bale spike or a pallet fork. I know you're supposed to use a bale fork, but pallet fork is a lot easier. But no, we'll go. This is cheaper. We'll go with this. Let's buy that. That's the correct tool for the job. Right. Okay. Oh, the combine's not gone where I was expecting it to. That's very unhelpful. Why has it done that? Why would it do that? Especially when it knows it needs to unload. It's saying it's full, or nearly full, and it's done that. Well, isn't that useless? Because I obviously can't drive on the crop because I've got the crop destruction on, so it's not going to get to the end. Artificial intelligence. The intelligence part I'm not so convinced with. Yeah, you thought that well through, didn't you? Brilliant. Okay, so this was not my fault, so I think I'm going to turn the crop destruction off. If we can find out how to do that again. Yes. I will put it back on again, but I'm not sacrificing my crop just because the supposed intelligent helper is that stupid. But it's done that. It's been going up and down, I'm pretty sure, one line after the other, like it normally would do, the whole time. And then on the row when it gets full, it's decided to go down the middle of 2 rows so that it can't unload. Anyway, never mind. I'll back out of here again once it's unloaded and we will put crop destruction back on again. Because I do prefer it to be on because it's more realistic. But not when you get problems like this. And then we'll, once we've done this, we'll go and have a look at our new telehandler and start moving some bales. There we go. Right, hopefully that'll have enough space in the tank to finish that field now. And then we'll move it to the next one, which is a bigger field. Unfortunately, there is a bit of damage, hail damage in that one. There's a bit here as well, but this one wasn't as bad. That one over there is quite bad. Right, okay. So, the new telehandler, here it is. And our bale spike to go with it. So we'll get that on and we'll head over to the grass field and we'll start loading some of the grass bales out. So this one should hopefully be a bit heavier on the back end, so it won't tip forward as much with 2 bales. Obviously the tractor struggles to lift 1 bale at a time, but I'm hoping I can lift 2 with this new telehandler. So I'll go and have a go with that now. Wow, that was very efficient. It's certainly got a more sensitive boom than the front loader tractor, that's for sure. It moves up and down very quickly. As you saw there, sort of flung a few bales around a bit, but it did it very well. Lots of power and weight to it, so it could lift all of them no problem at all onto the trailer. Probably could potentially go 3 high with that. Just wondering whether I should do or not and just take it all together or come back again for another load, I don't know. But certainly just noticed that the combine's just finished, so we'll head over here, there we go, and move it across to the next field. That one's done. So this is the bigger of the 2 canola fields, so this is going to take a bit longer, but I'm going to get it started off now, hopefully going in the right direction. Can I get it to go with the auger on the outside or not, or is it determined to make it go on the inside? Just give it a try here, so if I press H, is it going to pull out and turn around and go the other way, or is it going to continue? Please continue in the direction you're currently going in. That would be very helpful. I think it might be doing, that's good. Because now I can actually get it unloaded. I suppose I could have unloaded before I started, but it's just easier, isn't it, to do it on the move. Well, certainly more efficient anyway to do it on the move rather than stopping and unloading here. Although the only thing that could be an issue here is the telegraph poles, or the wires, electric wires, whatever they are, so we might just wait until we get to the corner and do it up the other side. I think we should be okay to get to there. Don't think it's that full. So I'll move over here and we'll unload it going up in this direction. And once that's done, we'll take those bales. Actually, I might try and load a few more bales onto the trailer first. Get the whole lot taken back to the yard. That's probably the best thing once we've unloaded the combine. So I'll get that done now. There we go, that is all the bales loaded up. Just make sure they're all strapped on, they don't fall off again. Some of them are a bit hard to strap, it seems. There we go, I think we're all strapped up there. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so I think we'll probably leave the episode there for today, and we'll get the rest of the, well, we'll get them moved up to the yard and unloaded up there next time. Obviously the combine is still going as well, we're going to let that continue. But yeah, there we go. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.